I know. I've been gone for a while, but we're going to start off with something easy, like a what's for dinner. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are talking what's for dinner, and I know I owe most of you an explanation on where I've been for the last almost 2 weeks at this point, but we are going to get to that tomorrow. I promise you guys. Hopefully, if all works out, which things have not been, if all works out, you guys should see tomorrow what exactly has been going on. But for now, I wanted to at least get something out to you guys because I've been off the grid, and I figured a nice and easy what's for dinner would be the perfect way. So I've been storing quite a few clips of the things that we ate over the month of July, and I just have not got a chance to share it with you guys. So I have a pretty wide variety of things to share, and most of these things I have a video that I can link for you guys so you can see the actual full recipe on how it's made. But let me share with you what my family of 6 has been eating over the last month. So if you watch my what's for dinners, then you probably know that a homemade Chinese takeout night is usually on the menu for once a month. I absolutely love preparing the Trader Joe's orange chicken. That's the chicken that you see on the bottom, but we don't like to add the sauce. Not everybody likes that mandarin orange sauce. I personally love it. I think it's very sweet with just a little bite, but not everybody loves it. But everybody loves when I pan fry that orange chicken with just a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of sesame oil. That sesame oil really amps up that Chinese food, and it really makes it taste like takeout. So I like to just pan fry it, and then I put it in a bowl with various sauces on the side, and everybody can just sauce what they want. I get some egg rolls from Walmart, either the Taipei or the Vans. I put them in my air fryer. I made some broccoli. You can tell it was like the end of that broccoli's life, but I made some of that. And then I made a pork fried rice, which I do have a video for. In my video, I did forget to add a scrambled egg, which is in this clip, but in that clip, I actually added veggies like I was supposed to, but I was out on this particular day. Pork fried rice or chicken fried rice or fried rice in general definitely could be your garbage pail of all the different things that you have available: peas, carrots, anything on hand that you want to throw in. But we stayed pretty plain Jane that day with just a little bit of chicken in there and then some scrambled egg. But that was our Chinese takeout night. That is a heck of a lot cheaper, but just as delicious. So next up is a meal that I feel like has recently just become like an explosion of popularity. Everybody wants chicken and waffles. It's like the new thing, and I was really craving it. I had that breading kit that I picked up when I was with Vanessa in Louisiana visiting Nicole. I got that real authentic breading to make fried chicken, and I thought, what better thing but to go ahead and couple it with some waffles. So that's like traditional Bisquick mix that I just went ahead and I added a little bit of vanilla too, just to give it an extra set of sweetness. And those happen to be Mickey heads because Maya got a little Mickey head waffle maker for Christmas, and she wanted to pitch in and help. So we made a bunch of Mickey waffles, and then I went ahead and fried up that chicken. I did fry that like in vegetable oil on the stove. I know it's not the healthiest, but sometimes if you want to get that authentic fried chicken, especially with a kit like that, I wanted to be able to really achieve that actual crisp. So we got the fried chicken with the waffles, a little bit of butter and syrup, and the back of some Chick-fil-A sauce, and I even served it with a mimosa. It was so delicious. I highly recommend a breakfast for dinner. So this was the 4th of July, and this meal was surprisingly out of the park. So I had some Sabrett hot dogs I had been holding on to from Sprouts, and I wanted to have them for 4th of July. So we had the Sabrett hot dogs on 4th of July. It made me feel like I was home with my family. I have some of those Dave's spicy pickles that my brother gets from Costco. They're so delicious, so we get them here. We grilled some corn on the cob, and then we also grilled a London broil that once we came in and shaved it, we added some chimichurri sauce from Sprouts also. Chimichurri reminds me of like a olive oil basil base. It's just a lot of herbs with olive oil, but it goes so well on a steak. And those are the pork and beans from Trader Joe's. They are fantastic if you have not tried them. Not the one in tomato base, just their regular pork and beans. Oh my goodness, they're so good. And then I had some leftover tortellini from making a tortellini tomato soup that you guys will see really soon. And I used that tortellini to make a pasta salad that ended up being so, so good. Just a little bit of ranch and some mayo, and then 1 scoop of sour cream. That's the trick. It kind of softens the ranch and the mayo, and it makes a really creamy consistency that goes over any pasta for a really good pasta salad. But this was just a very eclectic barbecue. It was super good. We were all home for 4th of July, so this was a barbecue I really truly enjoyed. So next up is these spicy tacos. Now this doesn't look like much, but I have an entire cooking video that I'm going to go ahead and link for you. This is easy because these are stand-in stuffed taco shells that I put in the oven. So I had some leftover chicken that we wanted to use up. We made grilled chicken a couple of nights before, and I wanted to go ahead and use it. So I chopped up all of that grilled chicken and I sauteed it in a pan with some taco seasoning and a little bit of onion and garlic. That was it. And then I put it inside of the tacos and I sprinkled cheese on top. And then I went ahead and I baked it in the oven at like 350 degrees for like 7 to 10 minutes. And all of the cheese gets oozy, and then your tacos are already pre-filled. So for someone like Mason who only likes meat and cheese, this was like his favorite dinner of all time because he was able to just grab a taco off the tray and eat. And for the rest of us who like toppings, all I had to do was put out toppings, and all we had to do was chop as we like it and move on. It was so simple and so easy, and it just made it a lot less time consuming at the dinner table for everybody to be like adding their meats and then their cheeses. It was just like your fresh toppings, a little bit of sour cream, and go. So make sure you guys check out that video. These easy oven baked tacos are really super delicious and super convenient on a night when you need like a quick meal. So this was something simple that I kind of threw together, and it was a compilation of just various different ideas and recipes. So I had picked up some pesto sauce from Trader Joe's, and I really wanted to use it to make some pesto pasta for Jake, but it just never happened, and I didn't want it to go bad before we left for New York. So I just went ahead and took some chicken and I filleted it, and then I seasoned it really well with salt and pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and then I put some of that basil on it from Trader Joe's. I put some sliced tomatoes, and then I sprinkled mozzarella on top of that, and I just baked it in the oven until the chicken was cooked through. So about 30 minutes at 350 degrees. The chicken was soft and tender because that pesto like really just like melted into the chicken. So the olive oil and all of those herbs and stuff were so delicious. And when you cut into the chicken, the tomato and the juices from the cheese bursted out. It was so, so good. And then we went ahead and made some mashed potatoes. We had some leftover gravy from a meal earlier in the week, so we went ahead and added that. And then of course my staple is broccoli because we don't have a lot of family members that like vegetables, and Maya and I and Jake could eat broccoli all day long. So since the 3 of us love broccoli, that usually is my go-to veggie when I'm looking for a veggie on the side. I think one of my favorite recipes that I cannot wait to share with you guys is my tomato and tortellini soup that's coming in the upcoming cookbook. I am really, really, really excited about it. I feel like it's one of the recipes that I worked the hardest at creating, and out of all the recipes that I made, I think it was one of the largest hits. Daryl was so blown away. Now this is just the base of the soup. There's no tortellini in that yet. I'll actually pop that picture up right now, the one that I took for the cookbook with the actual tortellini in it. This I didn't have any tortellini left, but we had some of the base of that crock pot soup left, and it is just so good. Daryl of course made grilled cheese. He's all about dunking his grilled cheese in tomato soup. That's not really my thing. I prefer to put ton of Ritz crackers in. So I have some Ritz crackers on the side that I went ahead and put in. Those are actually the ones from Trader Joe's. I like them a little bit better, but any kind of Ritz cracker like that complements a tomato soup so well. And then I just did a BLT wrap, lettuce, tomato, mayo, bacon on a wrap. And soup and sandwiches are probably one of my favorite meals because they're also quick and easy, and I enjoy a good soup and sandwich. All right, so you're probably looking at this saying, well, what is this? So these are the pans of food that I made for Daryl on 4th of July. So I probably should have included this a little further back with the 4th of July clip, but he had a big meeting at work on 4th of July, and I figured because it was a holiday, I wanted to treat all the higher ups. So I went ahead and made a ton of penne all vodka. So we did eat that for dinner, and I forgot to take a picture of my plate. So I figured I would just share with you guys like the pictures of the food that I sent to Daryl, because he was already at the meeting at work, and I went ahead and made it all, took a picture to show him that I was on my way, and then I went and dropped all this off at his meeting. So this is my penne alla vodka. I do have an entire cooking video for this. It is old. It's like my second cooking video I ever made on my channel, and I'm almost doing this for 6 years, so it's definitely an old video, but you will get the point. The recipe is there. It's also in the description box. And if you're looking for a good penne alla vodka, I promise you this is the best recipe, hands down. And it is also super, super, super easy. It is one of the least time consuming sauces that you can make next to Alfredo. And then this is the watermelon cupcake. So I did make a 4th of July video where I shared with you guys like recipes that I made for 4th of July, or ones that you could take to a barbecue. And this was one of the recipes that I shared. So I have a whole video for this that I can link how I made these, but it's an actual watermelon flavored cupcake. And then the frosting on top is watermelon. And then you push some chocolate chips onto the top, so it looks like seeds. I will say that you could use a green holder, or maybe even make your cupcake green if you're into using dyes like that. Maybe even make your cupcake green and then do the watermelon frosting with those little seeds. That would probably look a little bit more authentic. I definitely thought about that after, because this was a first for me, but we definitely enjoyed them. My kids enjoyed them, and Daryl said they were a huge rage, whatever. Everybody loved them at work. So go ahead and check that video out if you're looking for a new cupcake idea. And then speaking of Alfredo, this is my Alfredo that I just went ahead and put over linguine with some cut up chicken. It's probably one of Daryl's favorite meals. It's even something he chooses like on a holiday, like Christmas or Christmas Eve or something like that. He just loves a chicken Alfredo. And when I asked him what kind of pasta he wanted, he had to pick linguine. Now linguine is probably, oh sorry, this is not even linguine. This is fettuccine, which is, but linguine is right up there with fettuccine. They're like the two pastas I absolutely hate cooking. It is a very fine line on how to get that kind of pasta al dente. It's either way undercooked and it's hard in the center, or you overcook it and it's like mush. So that is one of the pastas you really have to watch. But honestly, if you're looking for that authentic like fettuccine Alfredo, obviously it's best to use those noodles. But I have a whole video on how I make my Alfredo, and it's super easy, so I'll link it. And then I just went ahead and coupled it with that everything but the bagel salad in a bag. We love that. The dressing is great, and it's a really easy salad. There's like those little mini bagel toasts in there that's actually like a bagel with those seeds on it. So it's really, really good. It complements a pasta well. But definitely check out that Alfredo recipe if you haven't, because my Alfredo recipe is easy and delicious. Now, if you want to go to a real throwback to my cooking videos, my very first cooking video ever on my channel was chili. The video's like dark, and it's just, I didn't have a good camera then. But again, maybe don't watch the video, just listen, because all of the ingredients are there as well as in the description box. And I'm not even sure, but I do believe I put my chili in the first cookbook that I wrote with Vanessa and Nicole. And the link to get to any of our cookbooks is in the description box if you guys want to go ahead and check them out. They're sold right on Amazon. Our first one is filled with a lot of meals, and our second cookbook is more holiday related. So it's drinks and appetizers and desserts. But if you're looking for like a hearty meal cookbook, our first one definitely delivers. And my chili recipe, I'm almost positive, is in there. It's super easy and it's perfect for game day. We love it because it also freezes phenomenal. I made this big pot and I froze a bunch of it, and we just had it recently right before I left to go to New York, and we had chili dogs with the leftover chili that was inside. It's so easy. I put a little bit of like sprinkled cheddar on there and some sour cream. I have some chips on the side, and I have been obsessed with my new little mini muffin pan. I made some little mini cornbread muffins. They're so good, and they went great with this chili. I've been literally, you guys wait till you see my meal prep video coming up, because I made like a million things with this little muffin pan, but I am so excited about it. And the little cornbreads with the chips and the sour cream and the cheese were just a perfect complement to my chili. I cannot wait for football season, you guys. Now, last but not least is more Chinese food. You guys are probably like, seriously, Kira, this is how we started and we're way back around. Yes, I know, but this one's a little bit different because we had so much sweet and sour sauce that I like just couldn't even deal anymore. Jake gets those Taipei egg rolls, but he doesn't like the sauce that comes with it, and he gets them so often that now I have a giant bag full of all these sauces. And so I just went ahead and made my own like Trader Joe's chicken. So that's not theirs, that's mine. I just used chicken thighs. I put a little bit of flour on it, like no water, no egg, no nothing. I just rolled the cut up chicken thighs in a little bit of flour, and then I pan fried them with a little bit of olive oil and that sesame oil. Again, that's the trick. And then once it came out, I tossed it in that sweet and sour sauce, and nobody even complained about it. So there's something about the mandarin orange chicken sauce they're not a fan of, but this they loved. So I put it with broccoli, of course, like I said, it's my go-to. And then there you can see rice that I didn't put vegetables or egg in, but we used a bunch of pieces of pork from leftover pork chops. I froze that and when it ended up going into the rice. Literally fantastic. These are super, super easy. Like I said, check out all those videos. It'll give you guys some great dinner ideas that are super, super easy and perfect if you're on the go this summer. But all right, you guys, so that's it for another video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up. Check the links in the iCards up above and the description box for any videos that will help you get to all the recipes that you saw here in this video. Stay tuned for tomorrow, where I kind of give you guys all the lowdown about what's been going on. I'm sure maybe some of you might have already figured out, but it's been a crazy couple of weeks, and so I will definitely fill you guys in. You have a meal prep coming up, and you have a big grocery party haul coming up for Jake's graduation, and then hopefully a vlog somewhere in there. But thank you guys so much for your patience and everybody who's constantly checking in with us. We love you guys so much. Give the video a huge thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye, you guys.